Oh my god. It is a very sad day for the Dragon Ball Nation, for all Dragon Ball fans, all manga fans, and most manga creator. One very sad tragic news which hit all Dragon Ball fans, especially including myself, is that the creator of Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama, has just passed away. Well, he hasn't just passed away from what I read in the article, but we'll get into that later. But what is really shocking is, oh my gosh, man, I still cannot comprehend this. Akira Toriyama passed away. Like, what? Am I reading this shit right? Holy shit. Akira Toriyama? No way. How could that? Oh man. Although, this is life. We all are here and we die. Death is something that we cannot escape. So it is a 100% normal thing, but it just hits the heart differently because Akira Toriyama's work didn't inspire just a lot of people. It inspired millions of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it inspired a lot of manga creators. It inspired majority YouTubers who make stuff on Dragon Ball, especially myself, or What If on Dragon Ball. Like, we sit here making stuff on his stuff that he made. And just hearing the news that he died, let's all take a moment of silent reflection to honor Akira Toriyama. My goodness, I was just literally finished feeding my kids and I decided to go sit down to relax. But before I do, my brother was over. He said, "Yo, on Twitter, they're saying Akira Toriyama died." I was like, yeah, I gotta be a hoax. How come? What? I don't think he died. But then when I sat down and I continued to read it, and the statement they released, it is unfortunately true. Akira Toriyama passed away at age 68, and that he died from some type of brain disease which causes blood to overflow in your brain and stuff, and therefore it caused him to die. It is not that rare. It happened to many people, but it is still surprising that the creator of Dragon Ball is no more here. Just when Dragon Ball Super has entered its phase and stuff, Dragon Ball Super is pretty much going to be paused for a moment because the creator died. And now it's going to be up to his successor, Akira Toriyama's successor, to take over Dragon Ball Super and continue his work the way he wanted it. Now, one thing here was that it said Akira Toriyama died 7 days ago, so he died March 1st, and that the family and everyone decided to go and held his funeral just around a few days ago and so, and they finally buried him, and then that's when they decided to release it to the press. It was completely private. No one had no idea about his death. Everyone was just relaxing, doing whatever. No one knew. But when the family made that statement not just too long ago, it became viral in the social media. My goodness, like I said, man, Akira Toriyama has inspired so many manga creators. One big manga creator, Kishimoto, who is the one that created Naruto series, released a statement describing about how Akira Toriyama is his sensei. He looked up to Akira Toriyama. He couldn't believe that the fact that Akira Toriyama died, and that Akira Toriyama is the reason why he made Naruto. A lot of animes that came out there, any anime you see there, One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, Fairy Tail, a lot of mainstream animes that were there were created in the sole purpose of the influence of Dragon Ball. They were all influenced by Akira Toriyama's work, and the fact that they loved it so much, they decided to go make their own series. Most of these manga creators out there, they're like really fairly young. They're like in their early 30s, early 40s. Akira Toriyama was close to his 70s, so he has been out there for quite some time making. He had made a lot of mangas, but what really gave the spark was the Dragon Ball manga. The creator of Goku, the creator of Dragon Ball, is no more there. And just the timing of Dragon Ball Super being released and stuff, this came out. Honestly, I'm shocked too, because I was really inspired by Akira Toriyama's work myself. I remember when I was small, I used to sit there and wait for the next Dragon Ball Z episode. It was like one of my favorite things to do after coming home from school. Tune into Toriyama and then see, oh yes, it's time to watch Dragon Ball Z. Let's see what happens next. I was really inspired by that shit. And then it got me to make my own backstory, my own OC, Hero Z. And then that's how everything went out. So Akira Toriyama made a big, you could say, inspiration for me when it comes to that. And my job right here, making YouTube videos on his shit, was what made us YouTubers in the first place. You know, not just me. Every Dragon Ball YouTuber out there, they're all inspired by Akira Toriyama's work. It's because of him we were able to become a YouTuber making context based on his own creation. He made Dragon Ball. Now we talk about it. We make theories videos. We make manga reviews. We make what ifs on his series, and it's very popular. He managed to held it down for 4 generations. That's how popular Dragon Ball was, and it continues to get even more popular. But the fact that now he passed away, it is all pressure on his successor if he can make Dragon Ball Super just as good as how Akira Toriyama wanted it to be. Obviously, that's his successor. He will understand and think just like Toriyama, and therefore he'll continue the series like he wanted. After all, he did do a very phenomenal job on the moral arc, so I have no doubt that he'll do a good job moving forward when it comes to the Dragon Ball series. But man, I just still cannot comprehended how Akira Toriyama died. I was kind of hoping it could be a hoax or something. Honestly, I heard a lot of celebrity death news, and to be honest with you, I don't really follow and stuff like that. It doesn't really bother me if they died or not, because, you know, yeah, okay, they died. They make great movies, but Akira Toriyama making Dragon Ball, the anime series that I love, and majority YouTubers out there who's making YouTube based on just his series and his content, and not just us YouTubers, majority manga creators out there made their stuff based on Akira Toriyama's work. They all got expired by him. They have now all been shattered by hearing this news. That Akira Toriyama is no more. My god, that still gives me a shock, my Z fans, but it is what it is, man. That's what life is. Life comes at you, you don't know how fast you end up dying. It's like you're alive, a few seconds later you're gone. But honestly, man, I really enjoyed Akira Toriyama's work. He did a phenomenal job on Dragon Ball. That thing will never die out. It will probably be there for a very long time, for many generations to see Dragon Ball series. It lasted 4 generations, now it's going to be another 4, 5, 6 generations to go. Because Dragon Ball is those type of anime that pretty much, because it is the GOAT of anime. Akira Toriyama is the GOAT of all manga creators, and Dragon Ball is the GOAT of anime, the greatest of all time. Nothing's gonna beat that. So yes, it is very sad and tragic to hear about his death, but hopefully his successor can do something with Dragon Ball Super and make it just as good as Akira Toriyama wanted to be. And I actually have pretty good faith in his successor. He was also the one who was mostly involved in making the Dragon Ball Z Broly movie, and even the Gohan Beast stuff, he's all designed it. It was all him too. So we could have some hopes of him making Dragon Ball series the way it is. But if we're as fans sad about Akira Toriyama's tragic, talk about his family. I feel really bad. My deepest condolences to his wife, his children, to all his family up there for Akira Toriyama. My condolences to you guys. It's very sad news to hear that the greatest manga creator of all time has been passed away. But my deepest condolences to you guys. Honestly, man, Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Z made an inspiration for all of us. There isn't a day that goes by we don't think about Dragon Ball Z. Like just right now, I was sitting on my sofa thinking, what will be my next what if I make on Dragon Ball Z and stuff. So pretty much I made a living off of just Akira Toriyama's work too. And not just me, a lot of YouTubers, everyone who does videos on Dragon Ball. But now hearing the news that he's no more is pretty sad. And not just us too, I've continued to read online. I see a lot of manga creators. The Bleach manga creator, he also shared his deepest condolence and how he was inspired by Akira Toriyama's work. It's the reason why he made his character Ichiko Kurosaki, trying to describe the way how Akira Toriyama is and stuff. So one thing I do have hopes is for his successor. We have gotten a lot of, you could say, sorry to say, but not that good looking forms when it comes to Dragon Ball Z and stuff. So hopefully that'll be changed by his successor. But now that he's done, a lot of unanswered questions could never be unanswered. Like, who is Vegeta's mother? What is Goku's more of his background and stuff like that? What is Guinei's background? All the stuff will be unanswered because the one who created him is no more. And I'm pretty sure the successor won't have any right to continue that part and make some stuff up on Akira Toriyama's behalf. Who knows what the contract those two sign with one another. But yeah, it will be a lot of unanswered stuff when it comes to this. But Dragon Ball just didn't make an inspiration on just, animes and manga, even in the video game. Dragon Ball Z video games was just something off the chart, man. Budokai Tenkaichi, Budokai 3, Rage and Blast 2, and now Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. And now with the new Sparking Z that's coming out, aka Budokai Tenkaichi 4. There is so many awesome stuff when it comes to it. But now just the tragic news of Akira Toriyama passing away is going to affect a lot of people. Toy Animation pretty much became Toy Animation because of Akira Toriyama's work. So it is very sad. Give your guys deepest condolences in this. To share your condolences, please give this video a like so many can see this video, and also share the condolences to the greatest anime creator of all time, Akira Toriyama. And again, let's all take a moment of silent reflection to honor Akira Toriyama and to give our condolences to him. Thank you very much, Akira Toriyama, for the inspiration of Dragon Ball. You'll never be forgotten, and your work will always live on. I'm Goku T23, and as always, my Z fans, have an insane day.